Hi and welcome to episode 11 of my Witcher 3 playthrough in New Game Plus mode on Deathmarch difficulty. In the previous episode we found ourselves in Bennek in search of Dragon's Root. The local Soothsayer was able to look into our future using it. The Soothsayer described a scene where a wolf was moving towards a tower during a blizzard following a swallow. The swallow doesn't listen to the wolf's howls, flying higher and higher. The world will perish amidst ice and be reborn with the new sun, reborn of the Elder Blood. Ithlin's prophecy apparently. At this point we can only presume we are the wolf and Ciri is the swallow. I then went to Crookback Bog by the trail of treats which led to the Ladies of the Wood. There we found a number of children and an old woman who turned out to be Anna, the Bloody Baron's wife. One of the children mentioned someone named Johnny who may have information on Ciri as Anna wasn't willing to help us. I found Johnny, who was a godling and had been cursed and could not speak. We helped Johnny remove the curse, and then Johnny led us back to the Crookback Bog and convinced Anna to let us talk to the Ladies of the Wood. As usual, the ladies wanted me to help them remove a dark power, which they said was causing trouble for the people of Down Warren in exchange for information on Ciri. We went to see the spirit who was making the Down Warren folk sleepwalk from their homes, never to return. The ladies had trapped the spirit under the tree in the Whispering Hillock, as they saw it as a threat to their control of Velen. I freed the spirit, hoping that its intention was to help rather than harm, and then headed back to Crookback Bog. Once there, the ladies were not too pleased I had helped the spirit escape. The ladies also explained that they had helped Anna, and therefore she was theirs. They then described the event where Ciri arrived. They knew she had Elder Blood and wanted to get a taste before letting Imlareth of the Wild Hunt have her. However, Ciri escaped before they could do anything, and the ladies then disappeared. Okay. So, actually let's have a look at the map. So I think we're going to go to help Keira at Towerful of Mice. Doesn't seem to be anything really our level at the moment around here, apart from maybe this contract. Yeah, we'll grab it. We'll discover this place here, ride the boat, head towards Fyke Isle. There's one of those shrines. Monster's Nest. Let's check out this place. Doesn't seem to be a map marker. Oh, here we go. Drudge. Ooh.
Something under the floorboards. Maybe they're loose. Or I could just wedge one up.
Key required. Oh, wow. Axe in the back. Not good. Can't open that. Okay, that's interesting. And mark it down. There's a nose. Some backstabbing cowards have deserted Crow's Perch and now prowl these lands in small bands of a few yellow-bellied cutthroats each. Travellers passing through, keep on your guard, be warned. Hmm.
Can you hear me? How goes it? Where are you?
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition.
Wonderful.
Wants us to go up this way. Suppose it doesn't really matter. Ghouls of some sort. Damn it. Stuck on a branch or a log. there. That's where we need to go. Okay, here we got here.
Geralt? Are you on the Isle yet? Does the Xenovox work? Can you hear me?
What? I can't hear.
Rot fiends.
Broke already. This magic.
What did you say? There's some interference. You must be very careful.
Rot fiends. Just the necrophage oil. Drowners. Flooded ruins of some sort. Gauntlets. Mushrooms. Nothing else there.
Damn, you're ugly.
Ghouls or owls. So rot fiends, drowners, and ghouls. This isle is probably not the best place to live, I think.
fresh corpse. Must have come here a while after the nobleman's death.
Oh,
Let's try Keira's lamp.
They're onto us. They're not letting Graham in.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, likely be gobbling meat. We've no notion he's coming to tear him to shreds. They're onto us. They're not letting Graham in.
Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, likely be gobbling meat. We've no notion he's coming to tear him to shreds.
Waist clear, lads. Adam!
okay. So they must have been the people come to attack the tower. Oh, where are we? Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Oh, quarter hag. Bees. Let's just check around the perimeter first.
Looks like rain.
Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie! Millie, what's with ye?
I don't know. So, burning. Ah!
What? No. No, stay back.
Don't leave me!
No, nice level. Okay, so we've got 3 points available. And another 2 points, and then we'll activate that one. Then we'll activate this one. Then we'll do the last two, and that should be 12, I think. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that'll unlock our last slot. And then we can put the green one into that slot, and we can then put this one in there, Hunter Instinct. There's quite a bit of loot around here. Oh, another dead body we need to look into.
Wonder what led them here. Hunger or greed?
Expect this one to be locked. Yep. Use a magic lamp. Are there more ghosts back here?
Place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Look, Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
Can't see a goddamn thing.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him.
Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer.
He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for it, and the daughter. To the top!
Blood. Many must have died here.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let them out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave them there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the Mage, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who? Who are you?
laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Oh, a secret door. And there's another lever.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Mage's tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned. That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats. Everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folk should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Grail? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Really sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that...
Stop! I will not hear this!
I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wished to help me, and here I have someone would finally take pity on me. Stupid woman that I am.
Uh-oh. I'm getting attacked by rats.
Gotta catch them.
Come on, get my sword out. There we go. Can't see a goddamn thing. The Mage Alexander's Log Part 2. Okay, let's try and find Part 1.
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
The Mage Alexander's Log Part 1. We'll read that when we get back. I need to be able to get out of here. Okay. Grip shot for the wind. Moon dust.
Sounded for a moment like you joined the race yourself.
Had to fight a pester.
A pester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oreton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
Tower first. Whoops. Why can't we open this? better.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Okay. Here we go. The Mage Alexander's Log, Part 1, Day 237. My experiments continue to return results I must consider unreliable. Methodological errors are not at fault. The problem lies in the shoddy and fallible research material I am forced to work with. Despite his prior assurance, Vesarad is unable to provide me with enough moderately healthy specimens for my tests. Most of the material is starved and terrified, having been dragged here straight from the dungeon. I waste a great deal of time daily washing and delousing them before I will so much as let them step foot into my laboratory, sterility first. As Martin Sodergren managed to prove in her little-known work, the attitude of a patient undergoing treatment can have a significant impact on the battle against the disease. Unfortunately, the volunteers with which I am supplied do not show sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm, for the noble work in which they are taking part. In fact, it seems they consider the research part of their punishment. I have tried a few times, though I'm but a poor speaker, to convince them that they are contributing to the eradication of one of the greatest plagues tormenting mankind. I had the distinct impression they understood little. But perhaps their stupor was merely the result of the early stages of the illness. Of course, it is possible to achieve success without significant sacrifices. The overwhelming majority of them will have to lay down their trifling lives on the altar of learning, but that is the sacrifice I'm willing to make. Part 2. A few days ago I caught myself talking to one of them, to a particularly large black male with a torn off ear. At first I was overcome by panic. Was this a first manifestation of the illness? Of course, that was impossible, for I had fortified my immunity with powerful spells. Upon further consideration I concluded it was altogether a natural reflex, one even the most learned among us find hard to restrain. We mages like to be listened to. I placed the black rat in a separate cage. The time will come for it to play a part in the tests. Meanwhile, it can keep me company and observe. I've noticed it looks with great concentration at the cages of its infected brethren, particularly those of in the last stages of illness. Fascinating. Speaking of company, I have none besides the black rat and cannot hope for better. Vesarad avoids laboratory and has expressed his desire for his daughter to steer clear of me as well. At first I thought he feared a moral scandal, which would be risible in the extreme. But he explained the true reason in due course. It seems Annabelle has always possessed a fragile psychic constitution. Observing the ill might throw her into a foul humours. The peasants taking part in the study have stopped speaking to me. I don't know what they believe this little act of defiance will serve. It does me no harm. They made for lousy conversation partners. There remains, of course, the woman, but as for her, I try to limit my contact. Day 362. My black rat has died. Today I found him curled up in his cage. I suspected he had become infected on accident, but during the autopsy I did not uncover any signs of illness. He was also perfectly well fed. Strange. From a medical point of view, his death remains unexplained, something which I admit irritates the scholar in me, but as mentioned previously, I am not particularly fond of rats. Okay. So he's doing some research to rid the plague, it seems. There doesn't seem to be anything else up here. Okay. Where do we need to go? Oreton. We'll get the boat. Or we can just fast travel. There's a new quest, it seems. Goose has stopped laying. My goose stopped laying, though she's not but a year old. The Pellar said to smear her rump with rapeseed oil to get her laying in, but when I tried that, she pecked my hand so hard. I still wear the bruise to this day, so I'm asking if anyone knows another safer method. Lester? Man needed. God's almighty. I can't stand another minute of it. Every lass around has got a man save me. So if you're somewhat young and handy, able to play our field and don't drink overly much, the most importantly of all, in need of a wife, then come see me, Helander, and we'll both find what we're looking for. Okay. Request from Honora. Listen here, my man Jonas left me and our pack of nippers, took whatever valuables he could carry and walked off without a word about where to. If your path crosses his, spit in his face for me, Honora. Jonas, okay. Warning, no one breathe a word about what happened on Fyke Isle. Wag your tongue and you'll sorely regret it. Scribbler Nadad. Scribbler for the written on not uses Nadad. Pay in crops and victuals. Willers. Okay. Witcher wanted to root out and exterminate the monsters rampaging around these parts. During the time it takes to complete the contract, said Witcher will have to write to room and board in the Alderman's hut, cost deducted from final pay. Message from the Alderman of Lindenvale. Oh, she's having a bit of an episode there. Let's enhance our weapon and armor. Let's talk to the blacksmith.
Yeah?
Let me see what you're offering.
Okay. Let's sort by price. 144. Well, they're quite expensive, aren't they? 145, 49, 6. So these were 18. Does he have anything important in there? $151. Actually, let's sort by weight. Is there anything else we can do? I'm getting to make some quens for us. Okay,
So
we're done.
long.
Let's go talk to the Alderman. Actually, let's talk to Graham first.
Dumb oaf.
Why you been following me?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Thoughts to know so. Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon. He won't be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
I want to talk.
You deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. 'Twas then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
But that means... is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to a ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
You mean... she was alive the whole time? But... can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there. In the tower. Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though. In death, Annabelle turned into a pesta.
A pester? What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
Annabelle thinks you abandoned her.
Gods! She hates me. And all this time she's thought I abandoned her.
Yes, go to the tower, talk to her. Maybe you can convince her that's not how it was.
I thought she died. I'd never left her there otherwise.
A curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition. That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
Nothing. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Let's go to the tower.
Ah, that's good. I don't have to travel back. Whoa.
last I came through here, I still hoped Annabelle and me weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now she's dead. And it's my fault. If only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
It's terrifying here. It's too quiet.
Chop, chop. Speed up. Let's get this over with.
I remember the screams. Inhuman they were. Now it's silent. They're dead. All dead.
Don't think about that. Keep walking.
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Annabelle. The one you abandoned, remember?
Annabelle, I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you. I would. You know that well. Believe me, I beg you.
Prove it.
Ooh. Wow.
Kiss me.
I guess she's gonna go for the tongue.
Graham, careful.
Oh, that's better.
At last.
The curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabelle are reunited.
Okay, where do we need to go now? We actually need to visit Keira, looks like. Okay.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my private life.
More interested to know if you bonded, as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tower and a full set of vials and alembics.
Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
I've wanted to many times. But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
Able to persuade Graham to go to the tower with you? Did you mention there was a pester involved?
He knew the risks, but he'd also heard lots of stories about true love, whose kiss can break any spell. Can't help thinking that gave him courage.
And? It ended well?
Depends how you look at it. Curse is lifted, Annabelle's spirit is left in peace. But Graham's dead.
Oh, poor boy. Still, he's proved that true love may be more common than some suppose.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful. Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Oh, we can't. So, oh, here we go. Yep.
Bet
See
the
if
old
he's
witch
got
who
any
lived here left
crowns.
you a bunch of interesting sundries.
She did indeed. I gather you'd like a look.
Very much so.
2000. Woof. Okay, so she got returns. She got a potion of clearance. That's good. I've already got all these, I think. Have I been through all these? That's all we need at the moment.
See you, Keira.
Okay, there's a quest outside, it seems.
Ask a service of the
Oh,
witcher,
Pellar.
Pellar must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pellar needs. Forefather's Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge, damned souls too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
Why hold the ritual at all?
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefather's Eve.
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pellar knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Okay. We'll do that next.
That's it, Roach.
Heard of the Flyhead Brigade? None
Where are we going? Okay, we'll go to the boat and then head across. We may as well talk to this commander about the contract as well. And Wastrel Manor. Let's check this out while we're here.
Slower.
Oh, I've got a quest.
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You didn't bring but a single scurvy run. No what?
What are you doing here?
Preben.
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the old god, clearly.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oreton came here to gather brushwood. And suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All-God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us, you can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. All-God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
I could intercede on your behalf with this All-God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, "All God, help a poor wretch in need." Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
A greedy god.
Someone placed an illusion here.
Uh-huh.
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure. Expected the all god to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack. Lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke. And suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, Demanding prayers and offerings, given naught in return? I talk at least.
Got an idea how to resolve this. I'll just kill you.
Radovid 5, the Stern. Radovid 5, the Stern, the hard slog to greatness. Which brings us to the epithet of the current ruler of Redania, the Stern. Allow me to diagnose the causes and consequences of this appellation. Firstly, the seeds of Radovid's sternness were so surely planted in his childhood, when Radovid was born to King Vizima and Queen Hedwig in 1255. His care was immediately entrusted to Philippa Einhart, the court sorceress. While none dared question if she was fit for the role of tutor, few now envisage her as having been a warm caregiver to a young child, and whatever harsh lessons she gave Radovid clearly left a lasting mark. The next step on Radovid's path to becoming the Stern, the death of his father when Radovid was about 13 years of age. Though rumour has it father and son barely knew each other, the mere fact of being thrust into one's inheritance at such an early age, and in such murky circumstances, must have had a hardening effect. Finally, the Regency finished schooling Radovid towards becoming the Stern, led by Sigismund Dijkstra of Tretogor. The Regency Council imparted upon Radovid a style of politics seeped in Dijkstra's aggressive, no-holds-barred reason of state first principles. Such are the causes of Radovid's temperament. Now on to the consequences. Most manifestations of his fierce manner are well known, however, a few illustrative examples might prove useful here. They include his summoning of the Order of the Flaming Rose to be his armed enforcers, his later support for the witch hunters in their zealous cause, and finally there is the massacre of Loch Muin. Yet it is in the fight against Nilfgaard that Radovid has proven himself truly the Stern. While the forces of other realms disintegrated in the face of Empire's onslaught, he has strengthened his own realm and taken command of the joint armies of the North. Whatever their opinion of him before, all clear-eyed observers now agree. Radovid V, known also as Radovid the Stern, is the North's last bulwark against Emir's expanding power. And that's the contract. Okay. I don't think there's anything else here.
Anything new?
Got good news. Your god's dead. It was actually a run-of-the-mill monster, sentient but mean. Took advantage of you. You went hungry, while it grew new chins.
What have you done? The old god warned us? Said if he ever departed, death would await us all? Come on, Tribor. We must tell the others. Only group prayer can save us now.
Sure. Is there anything else around here? No, we got a merchant.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
Oh!
What have we got on Birch? Minus gold. No, we don't want that.
Go, go. Slower.
What brings you here?
Saw your notice. Can anyone tell me about the monster?
I can. The patrol has been lost, somewhere along the south shore of Lake Windhammer. We must know why.
What makes this Witcher's work?
Some brickmakers live south of here. They call their village Byways. Almost empty now. Many have run away. They speak of a monster which kills. Redanians do not patrol there. That would be foolish. And robbers do not attack Imperials. That would be even more foolish. This leaves one option. A monster. You must learn what happened to this patrol. The Empire places great value on the lives of its soldiers. Do this, learn well what happened. The reward will be proper.
Need more coin. Offer's not nearly enough.
So Redanians, let's charge them a bit extra.
This much we can pay.
Okay.
Deal. I'll see what happened to your patrol, whether there really is a monster in Byways.
Good, good.
Not so fast, Roach. I'll be back.
Okay, so let's refresh decoctions. And then we will meditate. That's good. And then we'll meditate till midnight.
Soon will rise thy dead, thy buried. Each will say by what they carried.
Here we go.
Greetings.
Just in time. Good folk, behold the one who will protect us. You needn't fear. Soon shall we summon the wandering souls. Beyond all help some will be. From these you must protect us. Evil creatures keep at bay. Keep at bay till the ritual's done.
Sure.
Begin.
Keep us from harm, and let them not disturb the circle. What is this life? Well, you know.
Fleeting torment, ere we know.
What comes next once life subsides?
Man his own fate decides.
Soon will rise thy dead, thy buried.
Each will say by what they're harried.
Will ye grant these souls reprieve?
We're prepared to end their grief.
Let's begin Forefather's Eve. Ye who wander on the gale, ever caught in this world's thrall, see the shine, gentle with pain. Ye we summon, ye we call. Hark! A sound I hear. 'Tis right. A spirit breaks the still of night.
Burn the incense ever higher. Spirit, join us round the fire.
Spirit, speak. This time is yours. Tell us of your ghostly woes.
Who are you?
He knows.
Should I drive him away?
Nay.
I've come for you, patricide.
Begone, foul force! I cast upon you the light of the eternal fire! Abomination! Stop this at once!
The errant souls! We must help them!
Silence! I'll not tolerate necromancy.
Help me!
Leave now. You're disrupting the ritual.
This is black magic. These folk disturb the dead. We cannot allow it. We will not.
You don't know a thing about their customs.
Take him and disperse the others.
Eternal fire.
Leave not these grounds. Ye cannot break the circle.
I think I got the wrong sword out as usual. Oh, off goes the arm.
'Tis an ill turn. Ill. Woe away. Blood has stained the hallowed ground. Yet we cannot stop what has begun.
The bloodshed, it do any harm?
Tainted lies the circle now. They who thirst for the gore of men shall come. God's willing, they will be few, and the Pellar shall finish the rite.
If you want to continue, I'm ready.
Good folk, we must the eve complete. Prepare yourselves. Ye we summon, ye we call. Enter souls, we'll judge ye all.
All is quiet, all is gloom. In the darkness loom.
Something whispers, something peeps. Someone near our fire creeps.
All is quiet, all is gloom. In the darkness loom.
Wraiths! This sacred ground is with blood stained. We cannot the ritual complete. People, save yourselves. If your lives you value, run! Alas, all is lost.
Gotta be a peasant who told the witch hunters about the ritual. That spirit they drove away. Your father's ghost, right? Threatened to come back. Likely to keep his word.
Old man Ambros, the Pellar fears not.
That wraith called you a patricide. He get it right?
Aye.
If I'm gonna help you, I gotta know everything. Why'd you kill your father?
The Pellar does not wish to speak of this.
You can't hope to manage this alone. You're afraid, that's clear. Wraith will hold sway over you. Listen, I'll send him off. I've got to. But I need to know where he's buried. Corpse probably hasn't turned to dust yet. That's his bond to the world of the living.
Ambros lies in the swamp.
Fine. I'll find his body, see what I can do. It's clearing up.
Now where do we need to go? Over there. Rot fiends.
Swamps kept Ambrose's body in good shape. Even where the Pellar smashed his head in. Gotta incinerate it. That ought to get the Spectre to leave. Leave the world of the living. Never return again.
Okay, let's fast travel to Blackbow. Let's sharpen our tools, our weapons, I should say, and enhance our armor. Okay.
Come on.
Let's go see the Pellar.
Folk don't object to your white mug.
What's that you're muttering? Move it!
Hello, princess.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Folk from the village come here often?
Oh, when help they need, the Pellar they seek.
Help with what?
With the dead that come a-haunting, peace must be made. But they must then wait for Forefather's Eve. Or when an evil spirit runs wild in a homestead. Drive the spirit off, the Pellar can.
And if I needed, say, a love potion?
Then to the witch you would be sent. Not a matter for the Pellar, that.
Found your father's body. Had to burn it.
Good you did. Return for me ye would have.
What's your story? You actually kill your father?
'Twas an evil man. The Pellar feared him once, but then grew brave. What his father did to his mother, the Pellar could not look upon it. So he split the father's head with an axe, left him in the swamp. But folk knew.
Ghost's not likely to come back.
Thank you, Witcher. A reward for your aid. And if herbs or remedies you ever need, for near nothing you will have them from me.
Okay.
White wolf, wise.
Could use a few potion ingredients. Show me what you got.
Not much to sell. Sort by price. Essence of Wraith. Sell half of those. 13 Drowner Brains. 14, oh no, 12. There we go, done. We'll buy that. And then we'll sell some of these things back. Good.
So long.
Okay, so what do we have next? So we need to go to Oxenfurt for this. I think we'll do that before we go back and see the Baron. That's the overall main quest. We need to visit Triss in Novigrad. Skellige will be much longer after that. Second quests, complete your went cards, which won't happen until the end of the game. We need to go play this guy in Novigrad. Find the ingredients from the missing transport. Yep, so we should probably do that, I think, next. We've also got Smithy. We've also got this swamp contract. Got a few others, but they're quite high level. I could probably do them. We have a scavenger hunt in Kaer Morhen. Okay. We have Cat School Gear in Novigrad. Wolf School Gear in Kaer Morhen. Cat School Novigrad. Cat School Velen. Cat School Novigrad. And Cat School Skellige. So I think that so we've got that one there. We'll do that afterwards. That's reasonably high level. We can probably check this place out. What else do we have? Lots of missions over here. That's the scavenger hunt. I think we'll definitely go to Oxenfurt. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do next. There's quite a few things to do down here, which are high level. We've got a noticeboard over here. Noticeboard there. New noticeboard in Crow's Perch. And heaps of stuff at Novigrad. Oh, yep. And the Smithy, level 63. Also got this one here, which could be the next one. And I think we'll do that. We'll do Smithy. We might do this one here just to see how tough it is, and then we'll go to we'll go to Oxenfurt. And I will leave that one for the next episode. So thanks for watching. If you are watching, I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.